There is beauty in everything, but not everyone can see it. Find a job you fall in love with, and you'll never have to work another day in your life again. When it seems to you that the goal is unattainable, do not change the goal, change your plan of action. I used to listen to people's words and believe their deeds. Now I listen to people's words and look at their deeds. Forget hurt, but never forget kindness. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. No matter how fast you move towards your goal, the main thing is not to stop. If you hate, then you have been defeated. We take advice in drops, but we give it in buckets. Sometimes it pays to make a mistake, if only to know why you shouldn't have made it. If you want to feed a person once, give him a fish. If you want to feed him for life, teach him how to fish. Good must be repaired with good, and evil must be repaired with justice. The best fighter is the one who wins without fighting. The man who is on the very top of the mountain did not fall there from the sky. When you feel bad, listen to nature. The silence of the world calms better than millions of unnecessary words. Simplicity is one of the best human qualities. I am not upset if people do not understand me. I am upset if I do not understand people. Happiness is when you are understood. Great happiness is when you are loved. And real happiness is when you love. A noble person makes demands on himself. A low person makes demands on others. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. He who has the sun shining in his soul will see the sun even on the gloomiest day. Among those who are standing, run. Among those who are running, stop. A gem cannot be polished without friction. Similarly, a person cannot become successful without a sufficient number of difficult attempts. If someone wants to offend you strongly, then it is even worse for him. You have sails, and you are clinging to the anchor. Don't be afraid of change. Most often, they happen exactly at the moment when they are needed. A person is able to make the path great, but the path makes a person great. Work on clearing your thoughts. If you don't have bad thoughts, you won't have bad deeds. It is easier to light one candle than to curse the darkness. Beware of enjoying pleasures that may cost your neighbor tears. There is nothing to regret in this life. Happened, made a conclusion, and live on. Only a fool in his life does not change his mind. How can you deal with someone you can't trust? If the wagon has no axle, how can you ride it. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. Opening a store is easy, but keeping it open is an art. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. By three methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Misfortune came, the man himself gave birth to him. Happiness came, the man himself raised him. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. To see the right and not do it is cowardice. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals. Adjust the action steps. Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. The object of the superior man is truth. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Intelligent people avoid two things in life. One, he does not follow in the footsteps of other people. Two, he acts before he speaks and afterwards speaks according to his action. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the three universally recognized moral qualities of man. By three methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones.